Hey guys, it's me Tabs, and welcome to the second video of the Pumpkin Project! So, as you may know, I love autumn, and I also love books. So today I decided to bring you my book favorites for autumn and also my recommendations. And yay, let's get into it! So the first book that I would like to recommend to you is Bruno Chef by Martin Walker. I own all 6 of the already published books by Martin Walker's Bruno Chef, so it's a book series and it's about Bruno Chef, and he's a police officer, obviously, and he lives in southern France. I have no idea, I'm very bad at geographics. Don't judge me. And he is a police officer in a little town called Saint-Denis, and every book of this series is about a murder or a crime in general. And the nice thing about this book is actually that on the one hand you get really intrigued and it's really like thrilling and you just want to read on and know who did it, but on the other hand it's about food and drinks and loving life. And it's really nice and dreamy and really well written, so I can really recommend this if you want to go to France, metaphorically, and dream away a little bit. So now we get a little bit deeper with The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Steven Chbosky. And I cannot lie, this is one of my favorite books ever. I have read the book about 3 years ago and I borrowed it from a friend. And I loved it so much that I bought my own copy so that I could put it in my bookshelf and have it with me for whenever I need it, because I don't know, it just guided me through a very rough phase of my early teenage years, and this book is so amazing. I cannot really describe it. It's written in letters. So it's about Charlie, who writes letters to a friend, and we don't know the friend, or we have no idea who it is. And he tells about his first year in high school, I guess. And it's so nice and kind of philosophical and deep at some points, but I can only recommend this. And read the book, do not watch the movie, because the movie, although Emma Watson is in it, is really bad compared to the book. The book is just amazing, and read the book, do not watch the movie, because the movie is crap. So the next book you probably have all read, and it's Looking for Alaska by John Green. And this book is about Miles Halters, I have no idea how to pronounce his name, and he goes to a boarding school and he meets Alaska, and Alaska is just a question mark. You have no idea how she really is, and she's really intriguing, and Miles kind of gets obsessed with her and he loves her basically. And that's about how much I want to say about this book. This book is so amazing and philosophical and deep, and it's arguable, but this is my favorite John Green book. I have read Paper Towns and I have read The Fault in Our Stars, but this one was my first John Green book and it's also my favorite. Just read it, you can't really describe it, you just have to read it. And the next book is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Now, I am a big fan of Oscar Wilde. I love his style of writing and I love him as a person in general. And this was the first book that I read of Oscar Wilde, and I loved it so much so that I got his biography and wished for a collection of all his poems and plays. And because I just found that his style of writing was like the best I've ever read. It's kind of weird, but I really enjoyed this book because of the style of writing, and also the story is really kind of dark, and it's like a downward tragedy style type thing, but I think for autumn it's really nice because it's kind of like darker and I think dark books are good for autumn, so this is definitely worth the read, especially on those grutty, rainy October nights. Really good. The last book that is on my list, and actually on my TBR for autumn, I will start it tonight, I guess, is Selfies World by Jostein Gaarder. I guess that's how to pronounce the name? I have no idea. And it's a philosophical book about two little girls, and it basically answers philosophical questions, if that's right. I have no idea, but my dad said it's one of those books that you have to read once in your lifetime. And he says he's still angry with himself because he hasn't finished it yet. So I decided to read it in autumn, because I think autumn is more the time for like deep and philosophical books, as you have seen in my recommendations. And I just really want to read something philosophical and something a little bit for the mind and for thinking. So I'm gonna read this fall. So these were my autumn book recommendations. I hope you enjoyed them, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you want me to do a movie favorites in the future. Maybe. So I hope you enjoyed. I think I just said that. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you next Thursday in the next pumpkin project video. And bye! Have a nice day!